the New England Patriots in victory formation coming away with a massive, massive win on the road against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was a great game. That game had a little bit of everything. I mean, that game right now, all the games are a little crazy right now. And so I'm kind of jumping back and forth, and I see now the Bucks, for whatever reason, my stream went live without me realizing it. And so I was thinking that that last touchdown drive from the Bucks was to take the lead. And I was like, how did you just let this go? And then I see the score. I'm like, wait a second. What did I miss? I missed a huge touchdown run. I'm like, what is going on? And it's actually so perfect because they struggled to run the ball, the Patriots, so much here. They put so much on the shoulders of Drake Maye. And you know, the run game itself right now isn't going to look terrible because you had two explosive runs, right? Like 10.5 yards per carry. Like that's not really what it was. You had two real eruptions, the 69 yard and like a 44 wider, I think it was, or whatever. But throughout the course of the game, it was so hard, and they had to just keep relying on Drake. And that's ultimately what led to that interception in the end zone, which was crushing. And it's like you're putting too much on the shoulders of this young quarterback right now. But they couldn't run the ball. And that's why you had to have that unbelievable throw on 3rd and long to Holland, which was like a 54-yard, right? Like, and Drake May's not breaking. Yeah, he threw the interception, was not great. Needs to be better in that moment, but I put that on coaching. I put that on co-coaching. Everyone needs to be aware if you don't have the throw, you just got to get down or you just hand the ball off. You just have to just still run the ball in that moment. You meant Goda, you got to find a little bit of balance, but you know, not exactly how you would have wrote this game for the Patriots. There was times I think that the Patriots could have pulled away more, but I think the defense held their own to the best that they could. Baker played really well. He made some plays definitely a little bit more down the stretch. Things got juiced up a little bit when the score was all, you know, when you were already two scores and kind of at that point just prevent defense and just happy to milk the clock here. But I mean, you know, I think it's been so impressive to see Drake Maye. I mean, like the pressure and again the defensive pressure, it just does not get to him, man. I mean, the throw to Hollins that I was talking about before, the one throw to Diggs. I mean, honestly, there's a whole bunch of examples that we can talk that I even like wrote down, but there's like no point because there's too many to count right now that he's about to get crushed or that he feels the pressure and he's still making an unbelievable throw. This guy's just playing so special. He's elite right now. We get so tripped up on words. And this is why I always say, especially when talking about young quarterbacks like Drake Maye right now, where it's like, yes, we don't know if Drake Maye is going to be able to do this for the next 15 years. And yes, a Josh Allen, although not today, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, they deserve all the praise in the world for being able to have sustained greatness, you know, week after week after week, year after year after year. But don't let that trip you up. What you're seeing is an elite quarterback right now with Drake Maye, an elite quarterback. And again, it was far from his perfect game. I think Romo did such a great job of putting out the difficulties of going up against this Todd BS defense that he's going to be facing, stuff that he's just never dealt with. And you could see the times that Josh McDaniels really helped him out with the one big touchdown pass to, was it Will? I think it was Williams, right? I think it was Williams. In that moment that literally Romo was like, this, watch, there's going to be a big play here, and then it happened. And you know, you can see that support for sure, but in the moments that the Patriots just are either incapable or just can't support Drake Maye, he rises to the occasion. This is not a quarterback that is just succeeding and having success because his coaching staff is just so quickly and so simply and so easily just able to get this guy open throws all day, every day. Short little screen passes, nice little easy bootlegs. Like, this is not the case. And it's not like Drake Maye just relying on his legs to come up. Like, I'm watching Jackson Dart, and Jackson Dart, you know, unfortunately, he got concussed in the game. He had been playing great. Again, also, obviously not perfect, a true rookie quarterback. But you can see that he's making so many plays, like with his legs. And Drake May just has such a complete game right now. It's just such a complete game. I really believe that if the right coach and the right coaching, the right coach and the right roster right now in this immediate moment, if you plopped him on an elite, on a top team, a top Super Bowl roster, and I'm not saying that the Patriots aren't that, but I'm just saying follow this thought experiment with me. Drake May would not be the limiting factor. Okay? Drake May would not be the limiting factor. And you would go into the playoffs and you would not be like, this is a great team, great coaches. It's Andy Reid and the blah 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 blah, and like you wouldn't be able to say, I just don't know if Drake May will be able to rise to the okay. You couldn't say that. You couldn't say that in a weird game that was like kind of rainy at times. Again, on the road, you hear MVP chants right from the Patriots fans, like in Tampa Bay. There's just so much energy, so much momentum here. If they can round this out a little bit, again, I know they were also a little banged up. The Patriots, everyone's banged up right now. If there was just a way to more reliably take some of the burden and the weight off of Drake May beyond what the coaching staff is already doing, because I think the coaching staff is doing, to the best of their abilities right now. But in terms of just like an execution standpoint, because I think you saw it in this game perfectly. There was no sense that you could rely on the run game. Now, again, ironically, the run game broke it open, which was really beneficial, obviously, right? It ended up being a huge difference. But through the course of the game, when it's 2nd and 10, 3rd and 5, like just as the general flow of the game, you never had a sense, okay, you're going to be able to hand the ball off, going to get 5, 6 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2 now. We can hand the ball. You just never had that sense. And like that is putting the weight on Drake May, never giving him that moment to breathe. And like I said, he handles it perfectly though. I mean, it's just he's doing this game after game after game. I mean, they hung 28 points and they were only able to get to the red zone twice. 5 for 14 on 3rd down, 2 for 3 on 4th. Again, only 16 first downs compared to Tampa's 24, which again, a bulk of that came near the end of the game when it was just kind of like, hey, we're just trying to let the clock keep running. Again, hardly a game where if you just kind of took these moments in isolation, you'd say, yeah, it was a pretty good game, not a bad game. But when you recognize how quickly this team has been built, the coaching staff, the youth of the quarterback, going up against Todd BS, going up against a really feisty, competitive Tampa Bay Buccaneers team on the road. I mean, this is a true 8-2. The Patriots didn't even really play their best football. Far from it from my viewpoint, and they still were able to come away with a tough, gritty win. Now, again, I think this game should have and could have been easier, but I do really think that the lack of run support, which again, it's funny to say when you average 6.1 yards per carry, but it just really disrupted, I think, the flow of what they wanted to be able to do for the offense. But Drake May only took 1 sack. That's massive. Is that the first ever? He's never taken 5 or less sacks in his career. I mean, he's been getting rocked. And again, he just continues to handle it well. He stepped in, made the throws all at the right time. I mean, just a really impressive win. Honestly, a really, really impressive win when you factor in everything together. And they're 8-2. A true 8-2, a true top team in the NFL. Not the AFC, not the AFC East, not like, well, what about this, that a true bona fide top team in the NFL that if they can just get a little healthier, they can take things off a little bit more off of Drake's shoulders, because I think we saw in this moment too that like, listen, you can only rely on your quarterback so much. You got to help him out. And when they were able to break off the runs, it's like, great, finally you're able to help him out now, and it matters. So great win, New England. Great game overall, and yeah, man, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills dropping the ball, Patriots getting some space, and a true contender for the number 1 seed and first round bye madness. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.